Welcome back to Nevards Telling, and again I haven't had a chance to do much here, so I've done a few little bits of fine tuning once again on the station. You saw last time that we got these platform canopies have been fitted. Apologies for the creaking sounds on the what do you call it, on the tripod. Maybe it needs a bit of WD-40, but I thought I'd show a platform's eye view almost of the station this morning. I'm going to use my new software, and we'll try this as an experiment to see if I can iron out the squeaking. But you'll see that as we come along this end of the platform there, I've changed arrangements for the what was the old goods shed. It still is a goods shed, but it works the opposite way round to what it used to, because those tracks have disappeared over the years. We only have just this one track now, and it's coming in alongside what used to be the road entrance. We've seen before, I've showed you what I've done to it, but now I've moved it along a bit, so we've now got room over there for, I'll try and lower it a little bit and you can see what I've done. Oh, that's a good view, isn't it? You can see the canopy is now well and truly over the railway track, and that provides a little unloading bay, and there's room in there to get a wagon or two from a daily pickup freight, and still have room for the branch train to come in and out on the other end as needed. Oh, I quite like that view. Actually beginning to look a bit like a station road, isn't it? Anyway, we will come up a fraction because I'm going to need to set this up. There we go. I think that should do. And I think it's time we did another bit of unboxing, don't you? Oh, I've got so much stuff, unbelievable. Good job I don't keep it all at home. But it does mean I have to go and hunt for various things, but there you go. Look at this blank screen. So now I suppose you'd be expecting an unboxing. And here is this week's offering. This is the Park Royal railbus from Helgen. The third variation of railbus they've done. What have we got so far? You've seen the AC cars. Well, there were 22 rail buses altogether that were made in the 1950s as an experiment. AC cars produced 5. Park Royal produced 5. A German company called Wagen und Maschinenbau produced 5. There we go, we're doing it now. And a company from Ware in Hertfordshire called Wickham, whose little trolley you saw in the last video, they also produced 5. And Bristol ECW produced 2. They were never very popular. This week's offering, once I take all the bits and pieces off of it, there we go. Sorry about that. Some of you will remember the Airfix kit years ago, the Park Royal railbus. These spent most of their life in Scotland, working places like Crieff, Gleneagles, Callander, and also down in Ayrshire on the old Dalmellington branch. But that's quite a nice model. I'll bring it close up a bit for you. This one, it's got Midland region running numbers on it. I'll have to do a bit of research that to my own satisfaction. It doesn't really matter for the purpose of the model. But the funny thing is, it's got Bedford on it. Ah, yes. One or two of them, I think, if I remember correctly, found their way across on the old Bedford to Hitchin line. Yes, that would explain that. I looked at the Yes, that would explain that. I do remember one or two of them found their way there. They might have even started there before they went to Scotland. But that's it. Quite a nice model, and as with Helgen, it's heavy. But I know what you like to see. You want to see it running, don't you? So I'll get it on the track and we'll take a look. You'll notice that since we last got here, there's been some activity this morning at Nevards Telling. And first one is the up Pullman empties for the Oxford to London business service behind D824 Highflyer Warship class have just taken a quick stop at the platform. I wish that wouldn't creak so much. As I say, I'm going to try an experiment and see if I can iron out the creaking. So we'll see how it goes, shall we? Looks wholly appropriate in the station there, and I hope you're enjoying the different viewpoints that I've got for it today. Let's just leave that there for the moment, and we'll dispatch the train. Now, you'll be wondering what's going on here, I guess. As you can see, there is a wagon in that little end bit of the platform road there, a Pickford's conflat. Somebody's either moving in or moving out. And there's the Pickford's Pantechnicon that's come either to pick up or load onto the conflat. I did ask the driver who was moving in or moving out, he wouldn't tell me. So, looking also tucked in on the end of the platform, today running the branch line we have a wagon and Michelin by rail car, or rail bus I should say. When these first came, you'd find them over in Essex mainly, Malden, Sudbury, those sort of branch lines, Witham, Braintree. Though I think they did find their way up to North Norfolk eventually. And that is running the branch line today. But what I think you'd like to see, wouldn't you, is my newest addition that I've showed you, the Park Royal railbus, showing its paces. So without further ado, we'll adjust the camera so you can see it, whoops, coming around there. See, the destinations are fully lit up. Now just take it easy, we don't want to thrash the thing. There we are. We'll just keep him gently going round a couple of turns. And in the meantime, I know you like to see trains passing. And we'll bring this one to a halt. We'll pop it just to, there we go. I've gone a little bit too far with it. I'll bring it round again. Very receptive. And that's it. So there we are, folks. That's your lot for this week. As I say, it's a bit of a hiatus now because really until we get into September, I really don't have the time to sort a lot of things out. But what I'll try and do is to keep the unboxings going every couple of weeks. And in the winter, guess what? I've got to dismantle this lot and put stuff down permanently, and I'm still not at all sure yet how I'm going to manage that, but hopefully you'll be here to see. And oh, where did it go? Went a bit too far with it, I think. There it is. So we'll say goodbye from the Park Royal railbus, newest on the line, as it were. I don't know why Helgen haven't bought out the other two. They take long enough to bring stuff out anyway. I've been waiting over 4 years for the O2 shunter that was announced goodness knows when. But instead of bringing out new, Wickham built a railbus for the Technical Institute, and so did AC Cars, I think it was. But what Helgen have done, they've bought out a model with the W&M one disguised as I think it's the AC Cars one. Now why don't they just bring out the Wickham model and do both? I don't know. Anyway, above my pay grade. But that's it for another week, and as I say, nothing very grand, and I never did promise you anything grand, but I hope a little bit of interest and amusement for a few minutes on a dull afternoon.